Right, what's going on everyone? I've been waiting for quite a while for a rainy day to do this Moto vlog helmet cam setup. So this is my helmet that I obviously wear while riding my motorbike, and as you know, if you've been watching my videos, I do these like moto vlogs with the camera on the side, just like that. And a lot of people have been interested on you know, how it's all set up and how I've got the mic inside the helmet. So I thought I'd do a little setup video showing you how it all works. So obviously that's my helmet. It's a Nuvo helmet. I don't know if that's a good brand or not, but it's pretty decent, nice and comfy inside. It's got some nice like egg box pattern padding inside, which is really comfy. But I use my GoPro Hero 2 camera. The Hero 3 is out now, which looks really cool, but since it's not that old, I think I'll be sticking with the Hero 2 for a while. The Hero 3 is nice and thin, and that's one of the nice new things. Plus, it comes as standard with the Wi-Fi remote, which is always going to be handy. So you can obviously start and stop it without having to like mess around trying to feel where these buttons are. So it's attached to my helmet using one of the curved adhesive mounts. And if you're wondering whether these are going to be strong enough, absolutely. There's no way these are going to come off once they're stuck on. You can remove them if you want to by using like a hairdryer. Obviously not too much heat on your helmet because you don't want to melt the polystyrene inside, but they can be removed without leaving any residue. But that 3M adhesive tape that they put on the bike is really good. On top of that, I've got these like little mounting arms. I use the long one attached to the mount, and then there's a little you know, anti-vibration gizmo thing that fits on there. Then I've got the other little shorter arm that connects to the skeleton housing, the one with the hole, because obviously being a moto vlog, I've got my microphone attached to it, so you need to be able to access the little microphone port. An alternative would be to use the waterproof housing and then drill a hole in order to attach the little 3.5mm jack, but obviously then your waterproof housing is no longer going to be waterproof. So I went and got a separate housing for these moto vlogs, and that attaches onto there like so. It's only on loose at the moment, so that get the angle correct. Then basically what I do is line it all up, tighten all these little arms and little tightening bolts up, and then it's ready to go. Obviously not using the waterproof housing and using the skeleton housing does leave this camera open to the elements, and if it did start to rain it would get pretty messed up. So what I've done instead is, instead of messing up my waterproof housing, I bought a little silicone case, and that fits around the camera, and I've got a little hole in the side for the microphone jack to go in, but that just kind of keeps it kind of like shower proof, if you like, by covering up those gaps in the skeleton housing. So I'll just put that in now. It takes a bit of a while because it's one fiddly piece of silicone. So as you can see, it takes a major effort to get it on, but once it is on, it's got its nice little black biker jacket, and it's the only bits that really open. There's a little hole there for the start-stop recording button, the hole I've cut out for it, for the mic jack, and then there's just like tiny little gaps around these little gaps for the lens and the screen, but it keeps it pretty shower-proof overall. So that connects onto the side of the helmet, and then that's the camera ready to go. Does look a bit strange having the camera outside. I think it does kind of stand out a bit. You might notice I've also got a mount on the front of the chin piece. That took forever to file out a curve so the profile matched the the front curve of this chin piece. But I never actually used that because once the camera's on it, you actually notice the weight of it a lot more, and it kind of like your front heavy. Whereas on the side, you don't even know it's there. I've seen a few other people put theirs on the top, so the camera sits on top of the helmet like that. But I'm not too keen on that view. It kind of gives you like a as if someone's like stood up on the back of the seat. It's like too high. This view on the front's really good because obviously it's centralised and you get the view of the handlebars. But as a kind of compromise, this view on the side, you kind of get that over the shoulder view. Plus you don't feel the weight of the camera or anything like that, and it's not obscuring your vision. So I think that's pretty much the best place to mount these cameras. Obviously the GoPro sticks out a little bit more than what the Drift HD, the little tube ones, stick out, but it's not noticeable when you're riding. So that's the video settings. I guess the next thing to talk about is how I capture the audio. So like I mentioned, I use a microphone that's plugged into this microphone jack, and the microphone is actually, let's see if you'll be able to see this, tucked away. Let's see, you see that microphone in there, tucked away under that chin piece. I'll get this out and show you what model of microphone it is. Sony something, I can't find model number. ECM D570p, but it's actually not a real Sony one, it's actually a cheap copy, and you can pick these up off eBay for about £3. And there's a funny video actually comparing the official Sony one, the genuine one, with these copies, and these copies actually sound better. Nice little stereo mic, pick it up really cheap, and it fits in your helmet nicely. That's the thing about these helmets, your cheek pads just pop in and out with these little press studs. So it's easy to install these mics. I've used a cheap headphone splitter with one of the extensions cut off. So obviously it's a 3.5mm female to male connector just to extend that audio jack port in order for it to go from under the cheek piece back behind the cheek piece out at the side of the helmet. I've tucked it under that little loop from the anti-vibration thing, and that just clips into the side of the camera. So let me try and put this back together. So in order for that wire to actually go through, I've had to cut a little slot out of the little plastic thing that holds in the the cheek pad. See the little slot there? That allows the cable just to go through like that. See that on camera? Can't see what I'm doing. So then that microphone is just shoved under that cheek pad, and it kind of just keeps itself in place, especially once the press studs pop back in. And then it's basically ready to go. So yeah, that's about it. That's it for my my Moto vlog helmet cam setup. If you want to hear the audio quality and see the video quality of this GoPro camera, just check out any of my Moto vlog videos. I record in 720p, 30 frames per second, just to save space on the memory card. That usually lasts for a full ride. Like I mentioned, if you've got a GoPro Hero 3, or if you've got that Wi-Fi remote, that'd be really handy just to be able to start and stop it, but I always have to just script through and find where I'm actually saying something. So hope that helps anyone out who's looking to do their own little setup. Thanks for watching, I'll catch you all later.